Welcome back. Right now, it's an absolute honor to be joined by Fit Emmett, personal trainer, author, and so much more. Fit, how are you today?
I'm doing fantastic.
Oh, you look fantastic. I love it.
You know what? I decided to dress up for you. I came to the interview and I was thinking to myself, I'm looking very plain right now. Like, what can I dress this thing up a little bit? I couldn't find my bathrobe, so my door was looking really dressy. So I grabbed what was on the door.
Well, it looks fabulous, and we always love people dressing up, and I think you win the prize of the best costume, the best wardrobe from Zoom. So congratulations.
Thank you.
So you're in South Carolina, I believe. Tell me a little more about what you're doing and where you came from as a personal trainer and now author.
Okay, I guess a little background on me and who I am, what we're doing. First and foremost, I'm a believer in God, and my Savior Jesus Christ. I'm a husband. My beautiful wife Michelle, definitely have to give her special recognition because without her support, none of what I do would be possible. My kids, I have two beautiful girls, Maddie Kate and Emma Grace, who I love dearly. I'm a personal trainer, been a personal trainer for about 20 years now, and online coach because I have clients around the world, and do some corporate consulting as well with a couple corporations that bring me in to do corporate wellness programs and talks and do some speaking engagements, as well as an author now. So yeah, it's been pretty crazy.
What is it about fitness in particular that made you want to dedicate your life to that? I know there's so much more to it, but were there certain things that you always loved about competition, about training, that made you think this is what I want to do for the rest of my life?
Yeah, for me, fitness was a means of gaining confidence. Growing up, I was a very petite, a smaller guy. So I stand about 5'6" on a good day. So I'm about 5'6", and at the time when I started in my grandmother's backyard with a broomstick and center blocks, and this was after watching an episode of the movie Conan the Barbarian. If you remember that, and my grandmother expressed to me, "Hey, if you want big muscles like that," because I said, "Hey, that guy looks strong. He looks confident. How do I get like that?" And so I started off after watching Conan the Barbarian in the backyard with a center block and my grandmother's broomstick. And after working out a little bit in the backyard and just kind of seeing some results, and she started investing a little bit more in my weight sets. Over the years, just kind of progressed and just seeing my overall confidence shift and progress as I improved my body, or as I enhanced my body and improved my strength. I thought to myself, you know what? I've done such a good job with myself. Why not help other people to achieve that same level of confidence? Because for a while there, I felt just really shy and just didn't have any confidence at all. So after working out for years, becoming a pro bodybuilder, fitness professional, helping a lot of people out, I realized over the years that my confidence has come from improving my health and building up my strength. So
I feel like a broomstick, cinder blocks in the backyard. What could go wrong? But what a great place to start. I love hearing that.
I broke a couple broomsticks, and I think I've gotten reprimanded probably 20 plus times because of all the broomsticks that my grandmother had to go through because of me and my weightlifting.
Oh, what a great background story. And now you're a personal trainer and an author, as I mentioned. So this is a lot more than just being fit or making sure you look a certain way. I noticed your shirt says "Got Purpose." So how has it evolved from in the backyard with the broomstick, just wanting to gain some confidence, which is so important, to helping people find this resiliency within their lives, to now finding this purpose?
Uh, and this was part of the background story of how I came about writing the book. And we'll talk about like kind of the title of the book, which is Fit for Purpose, the number four, because there are four pillars of purpose that I go over in the book. Um, the reason why I wrote the book initially was because this was kind of my therapy. It was to help me out during a dark period where I, you know, felt as if I didn't have a purpose, a greater purpose in the world, because so much of my life has been attached to achieving really high in the fitness world as a bodybuilder, fitness competitor, and now I'm not competing anymore. I am helping out other people, but I still, for me, I kind of went through a dark period. I guess I was slipping into somewhat of a depression, but the book that I wrote was actually an answer to, me doing my daily meditation and prayers and just trying to figure out what my greater purpose is in the world. And, I had this compelling, overwhelming, uh, you know, feeling. It wasn't an audible voice that spoke to me in my meditation, my quiet time, or my quiet walks in the morning. It was basically an overwhelming feeling that basically compelled me and said, "You are fit for a purpose." So your greater purpose is within your health and fitness and how you improve lives through health and fitness. And your health and fitness is, for many people, can be a catalyst to help them to understand, to not only define what their greater purpose is, but also to continually refine their greater purpose. So this was kind of like a self-help that I wrote to myself to kind of help me to figure out, what my greater purpose is in life. And it's now evolved into me actually going out and helping others by doing talks within the community and kind of around the world at this point, doing different talks and helping others to just realize their greater purpose, that God has put them here on earth for a special purpose with their unique design. And I'm going to be the voice to help them to realize that.
So when you look back at that time when you were transitioning from being a bodybuilder, from competing, that intense life, to wondering what was next, is that pretty much a turning point where you had to work through that darkness, and this book is a result of that? Is that fair to say? And how did you make that switch? How did you go from the darkness to the point where you could write something?
Well, part of the darkness, or part of that dark period, was me actually having to close down several fitness businesses. And at that time, like, my whole identity was wrapped in fitness, in the fitness world. And the same goes for a lot of people. If you look back on 2020, it was a hard year for a lot of people, and a lot of people had to actually were let go from their jobs or whatever they did for 20 plus years, and their identity was wrapped in that thing. And now we have to walk the path of, what do I do now? What do I do next? I was a banker for 20 years, or I was a personal trainer for 20 years, or I was a nurse for so long, or I was this for, and people are walking that path every single day of uncertainty because their identity was wrapped in this one thing. But what, honestly, the glue that held it all together for me was faith, family, fitness. And in my book, I talk about the four pillars of purpose, which is, seeking true meaning, really embracing your gifts, talents, skills, and abilities, finding out what brings you the most joy, and serving others. Those are the four pillars of purpose. And within that time, that was the only thing that, faith, family, fitness, those are the things that kept me somewhat above water. I mean, I can't say that I was perfect. I mean, it was so many dark moments for me. But what's helped me out was that quiet time and stepping away from all media and having quiet time. I think we're so inundated with social media and technology that we don't unplug first thing in the morning to take that time. And that's, I think, what helped me walk the steps of being able to cope, having the proper coping mechanisms.
It was such an important topic. Many people find themselves in places they never expected to be. You mentioned a business closing or big life changes can be really difficult. So this book, your book, Fit for Purpose, is really for anyone that is experiencing transition or is looking for that hope. So where can we get it? Where can we find the book, and how can we get more information about you?
So you can visit my website. It's fitemmet.com, FITEMMETT. So it's EMMETT. Make sure that you scroll through all my stuff on the page, and I look forward to connecting with everyone. But as you look through my website, you'll see a link where you could purchase the book. You could connect with me on social. There should be a link on all of my social media, from YouTube to Facebook to Instagram. I'm Fit Emmett everywhere. You type in Fit Emmett in Google, I should be the one that comes up, whether it be my speaking engagements that I do with organizations around the world or my fitness, my online coaching.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Fit Emmett. It's been so much fun meeting you and speaking with you today. Your passion, your energy, it's very motivating and inspiring, and can't wait to read your book and follow along with you. Everything that you're doing. I really appreciate you spending time with us today, all the way from South Carolina. We'll be back with more here on Park City Television right after this.